Let's go.
All right, let's get this thing started. Real quick, before I tell you what's on the show today, I'm going to hit you up with a quick update on our repairs on our RV from our accident. They've been working on it for a little over a week now. They said maybe April 6th. As you can see, there's some stuff getting done. To me, 6 plus 2 weeks, the 20th, maybe. All right, so on the show today, got a little mail call, shout out to a single channel, and show you a little bit about our channel ideas on the face of our channel. Today's topic is going to be a world record attempt. It's an endurance record I did back in 2010, and Jody's going to join us because there's no world record without her. And got 3 trivia questions to keep you guessing. Let's get started. All right, so we got our mail, so let's look at some stickers, huh? The first 2 we're going to show you was just from Instagram, Birdie the Shasta. Myrtle May Smiles. The next one is YouTube, and what a great channel this is. Extraordinary Journey. And the rest of these are both Instagram and YouTube. Sunrise to Sunset RV. Little Groundhog. It's a cute one. Searching for Shambhala. Great song. Older and Wiser. Full-Time Dream RV. The Dry Campers. How's that for a fancy die cut sticker? The Uncompassed Life. And on YouTube, it's just called Uncompassed Life. And last and definitely not least, Justin and Christina's RV Van Life, our friends from Canada. All right, that's it for the mail. What do we got next? Okay, this is our homepage. Before I do the shout out of a single channel, I just wanted to show you what we did. You'll notice over here, instead of doing the most popular uploads, we do the most recent ones. And we do that so that way you always know there's something current to see. We also have our playlist here, and then down below that we have 2 different sets of channels. One is the people who still need 1,000 subscribers, so that way you know who is getting, how they're getting closer, and who needs what. And as you see right here, this person's about to go over 1,000. Congratulations, downsizing makes sense. And once they get their 1,000, they'll move down to the second box, second row. And these are people who still need 4,000 watch hours to get monetized. And that's what we did with our channel suggestions. So, let's go look at the channel we want to shout out. The Art of RVing. This is Carrie and Mark. They are very entertaining. You cannot get a bad video from them. A lot of people do videos that are reviewing RVs, and they're usually new. Mark, however, has a great sense of humor and loves the nostalgia things, so he went for the old and abandoned RVs. And to make a shameless plug for myself, I did an impersonation of Mark finding an abandoned tiny home, so you might look for that video. Maybe I'll put it up above. Mark is absolutely fantastic. I think you'll really enjoy that. Speaking of impersonations, that's one of Mark's things. He's absolutely hilarious, and here's a few of his characters that he's done of actual people on YouTube. Such great stuff. They also have an exciting live show, and I mean it is fun. There's always something going on. They have the most fun games in the world, according to Mark. They also have a visitor every once in a while, Gus the Krabby Camper. He's quite the entertainer. So if you're not subscribed and you haven't seen one of these videos, go see The Art of RVing. So what is disc golf? Disc golf is played like regular golf, except instead of a little white ball and $1,000 clubs and $40, $50 greens fees, you basically buy a few discs at about $10 to $15 each, and you walk around and play for free. Has a tee pad, and instead of a hole at the other end, we have a basket with some chains, and you just try to land inside the basket. Simple, not very expensive, and a whole lot of fun. These are discs, not frisbees. You get play catch with this, it's gonna hurt you. If you get hit in the face with this, it's gonna cut you open, just so you know. This is a great way to take hikes and walk trails that most people don't ever see. And plus you get to, throw a disc and enjoy that moment. Coming up next, I'm gonna show you some shots I've thrown in the past. And yes, that is the Cowboy Stadium. Ready? Oh.
Oh, that looks like money, dude. Get in. Oh!
A North Richland Hills man wants to be the very first to set a world record in disc golf.
CBS 11 photojournalist Mike Kinney introduces us to him in today's Through the Lens.
My name is Donovan Baker. I've been playing disc golf now seriously for about 2 years. All right, here we go. I'm going for a world record here today. I'm attempting to set a record for the most disc golf holes played in 24-hour period.
He's got more guts than I do. I don't have 24-hour commitment, that's for sure.
I want to do at least 1,000. During practice time without a caddy, I was doing about 60 an hour at this course. I'm hoping to do average 50 over the 24 period. Thanks for supporting me, baby. You're the best.
Well, he really loves the game, so I know that, and this is something that he really believes in. He wants to help the game go further and get more people interested.
Dude, I'm on fire. But I picked today because it's only a few days after the longest day of the year, so I have the most daylight, so I don't have to do too much of the night golfing. And also because it's only 2 days short of a full moon, so there should be pretty good light at night also. So that was kind of the thinking ahead. It was supposed to be an average of 85, but this happened to be the hottest day of the week, so I'll enjoy it anyway.
If it were all covered in ice and snow, that'd be great for me. I'm from Minnesota, so I like it cold.
It's a little hot today, huh?
It's a little warm. I'm sweating.
940 left to go. Still doing good. We're on it.
Some good exercise.
Yeah.
And he's covered completely from the sun, like a good, sunscreen guy. Well, Baker's attempting to break the Pro Disc Golf Association record of 833 holes played in 24 hours.
And he's also hoping to claim the first ever world record with Guinness World Records. And so far, as of 4:20 now, we understand he's played 312 holes through this day
He's going
so far.
fast. Have you played that before?
Disc golf? I've messed around with it. I'm
it's
no
fun.
good at it.
I stink at it too.
I'm no good at the regular game either.
Oh, that's not true.
Right, Burger?
That was the video that was played on the news channel locally. What'd you think?
I forgot that I was in it.
Yeah, it was the hottest day of the year that year.
Yeah.
It ended up being. And then we had a rainstorm.
Which made everything hotter and wetter.
And then the heat from the ground was just sweltering from humidity. What I thought was going to be the best day turned out to be the worst. The other thing that happened that was really interesting, I couldn't make a bad shot in the dark. Had I known all that, I would have played the longest night of the year. And I had a couple friends, David and Daniel, come, and David quit after about an hour or so, and Daniel goes, well, I'll just stay here till you get a bogey. And after 4 hours, he just looked at me and goes, to hell with you, I'm out of here. So that was a lot of fun, and thank you for all the people that were caddying and helping.
It was painful to watch. He was really starting to crumble, yet he was sticking to it, and I knew that my role was not only try to keep him together and focused on his goal, but also to mend him once it was all over. And I knew that at one point we got to the breaking point of which one's more important, finishing the goal or stopping him because he was in so much pain. Heartlessly, I went for the goal because I thought he's going to beat himself up if he doesn't finish.
For me, my memory was we got to a certain point and I was like, I hate failing at anything. But I just remember at one point when I was in that chair and I was in so much pain, and I think it was about 3 or 4 hours left, and I was in the 850 mark or something like that. I looked at her and I go, I don't know if I should finish. And she says, you get out there and you get your 1,000. That's what I remember. And I'm like, yeah, you're right. I got to get out there and get my 1,000. And it just, I remember the last throws probably because I saw photos, and then when I got in a chair at one point and someone handed me a beer, I took a couple sips and I'm like, oh man, that is not good.
At that point, the guys had come in. They're like, let's have a celebratory beer. And I'm like, you bad people coming in here and dehydrating him more.
She was a medic in the Army, so thank goodness she knew to protect me from the infections and all that kind of stuff. So what was it like patching me up?
I'm just going to have to try to hydrate him and get those feet up so that they're propped up, because his feet, you'll see a photo later, but they look like...
Skip the next 30 seconds of watching. You can listen, but don't watch if you get grossed out. I'll raise my hand to tell you when it's okay to look after this.
Yeah, they look like cadaver feet. They were just all one blister, the entire bottom of the foot. He lost toenails.
It looked like the skin melted off the bottom of my feet, clumped up in places.
Yeah.
It's pretty gross. So now it's safe.
He was trying to pass out, and I wouldn't let him.
Well, not intentionally.
He was trying. He was doing it deliberately. Because he did it more than once. Numerous times.
How'd you stop me?
I got a towel and I threw it in the sink and ran cold water on it. Every time he tried to pass out, I'd slap that towel on him. The cold towel came in. I get him into the bed. That's right.
Wow.
I'm holding him with the arm. I'm slapping him on top of the head with it. I'm like, come on, we're going to the bed now.
Just say it. I had blisters in my butt crack. We'll just tell you. That's funny, but...
He went to the bathroom like one time. It was that hot.
I peed once. In 24 hours. I sweated everything else out. And believe it or not, when you do a world record, it costs about $1,000. Unless you want to pay for the airfare, the meals, and all that kind of stuff for someone to come from England to sit and watch. So this is the other way you can do it, and you have to supply them with all the video and references and everything like that. It's a lot of work. When someone says you broke a world record, I say we broke a world record, because she did more work than I did, and she had to stay up so much longer.
Keeping track of the scores was a little hard because I was coming in kind of fast and in clumps. But,
oh yeah, we were doing it by radio, and I was doing like 6 holes or 3 holes at a time, and Jody, I mean, stopwatch and making sure she films me like every 30 minutes or something. I gotta tell you, the monotony and keeping track of the times of when the scores are and the progress and how many holes do you have left to get to 1,000, all of that is so tedious, and I would have screwed it up. So to keep all that straight and make sure you take pictures of the stopwatches constantly, I couldn't have done it without you. That's a fact.
It's interesting talking about it. I forgot about all the criteria required in order to have the video apply towards the Guinness Book of World Records. It's interesting talking about it.
It is. I forgot all about it. And they do send you a certificate. I'll try to find a picture and I'll stick it up here. It was on June 24th, 2010. I did complete 1,002 holes.
And then I got to carry him back home and nurse him.
It was over, and when you complete something big, no matter how tired you are, your body just doesn't want to sleep. You want to enjoy that moment. Well, the funny thing is, I didn't even get super excited after making the last shot and getting to 1,002. Everybody's like, that's it? Yay. That's all. I'm like, well, I got it done. You know, I'm not one of those people that go crazy or anything. And I'll be honest with you, when I was asked later, did you want to do this again? No, I'm not doing this again. It was cool to get it done. And we like to finish off with some trivia questions, so here we go. What name is given to the point of no return when approaching a black hole? Question 2. Which state in the USA has the most Pacific Ocean shoreline? And question number 3. What TV mother character has presided over the longest running American sitcom? That's the 3 questions, and like I say, we don't care if you look them up. I had a great time, I hope you did too. Remember, let's travel as friends.